This summer, two important events happened in my life. In June, I turned 18 years old. After that, I went to New York, where I successfully passed the entrance exams to a prestigious university, so I came home a winner. I was proud of myself, and I was all about pleasant and exciting anticipation. However, I was still a month away from the start of my studies and my final departure from my hometown, and my parents suggested that I go to my Aunt Jennifer's house. She had been asking us all to visit for a long time. I wasn't very excited about the prospect at first. Aunt Jennifer was a distant relative of my mother's, I think a second cousin who lived in a small town in a neighboring state. She was 39 years old. She had no husband and no children, so she actively kept in touch with us. True, my parents and Aunt Jennifer had not communicated in person for a long time, only by phone, and I saw her myself in the distant past year when she came to visit us. Going to visit a distant relative twice my age, with whom I had no common interests, didn't appeal to me much. However, my parents kept insisting that I go with them. I didn't want to upset them, and besides, I thought it would be an adventure of sorts. But an adventure is a trip to another state after all, so I agreed and started getting ready to leave. A couple days later, after traveling about 500 miles by train, I stood in front of Aunt Jennifer's apartment door. She lived in a 2-story apartment building with amenities. It was already evening. The door was opened by Aunt Jennifer herself. She looked just like she did in the pictures. She was short, thin, with curly dark hair and round glasses. She was wearing jeans and a sweater. Of course, she looked almost old to me because I was 18 years old. I must say that Aunt Jennifer was very excited about her nephew's arrival. I was glad too, more just that my long journey was safely over. We stood in the doorway for a long time, exchanging words. Then something strange happened. Jennifer, almost rising up on her tiptoes, kissed me gently with her big lips. "I'm a little embarrassed. I'm just really happy to see you," Aunt Jennifer explained. After unpacking my backpack and presenting my aunt with numerous gifts from my parents, I sat down to eat lunch. Jennifer, knowing of my arrival in advance, had bought and prepared many delicious things and fed me heartily. After that, there was tea. But every minute, I felt that I liked Aunt Jennifer more and more. She was very kind and friendly. I was already completely relaxed. We talked about everything, often switching to jokes and laughter. "By the way," she asked, "do you have a girlfriend?" I was embarrassed and probably even blushed. The fact is that despite coming of age, I did not have a girlfriend and did not foresee one. I, being an ambitious guy by virtue of my bookishness and intellectualism, shunned the fair sex, simply shy. And I didn't know which side to approach him from. To make a long story short, Aunt Jennifer put me in a considerable deadlock with this question. She noticed it at once, however, and turned the conversation to another subject. Then my aunt suggested that I wash and change my clothes. I gladly went to the shower. In the room, we walked straight to the big bed. My aunt laughed and pushed me onto the bed. Already waking up in the morning after a stormy night, I thought that I had never felt so good. Everything that had happened at Aunt Jennifer's house seemed like a dream, and she told me stories from her life. They seemed true, but my imagination had a hard time painting those pictures. We ended up spending a lot of time together. As my vacation came to an end, I had a hearty lunch. Then we sat on the trail, my backpack already packed. "I'm going to miss you, nephew," Jennifer said cheerfully. "I'll miss you too," I replied sincerely. "Come visit me over winter break." She cheerfully suggested and kissed me gently, as if for the first time, goodbye. For winter vacation, of course, I came. And afterward, during school, I would visit Aunt Jennifer, where we would have fun with her and amuse each other as much as we could.